Welcome everybody, how are you? My name is Nicolas Parra Torres. To begin with, I could state that you have heard something concerning the empiricism. Nonetheless, I staunchly believe that you do not know the quirky and engrossing facts that I am going to elucidate you right now. In regards to the English empiricism, I am going to elucidate you the most meaningful aspects, thoughts, and ideas of the four leading authors of this philosophical theory: René Descartes, John Locke, George Berkeley, and David Hume, my favorite philosopher of this philosophical topic. Well, the English empiricism arose in the 17th century with John Locke. John Locke based his theories and his thoughts with help of René Descartes' conception regarding the thoughts and ideas that allow to recognize the existence of being. Locke set up the metaphysics issue as a knowledge problem. But now I have to tell you the three ideas, or better, the three questions that John Locke carried out during his work. First, what is the origin? Second, what is the essence? And third, what scope does the human being's knowledge have? Well, as for the René Descartes conception, human being acquires knowledge through ideas. Furthermore, this process means thought to René Descartes, therefore all psychic phenomena. John Locke started to build his theory and thoughts when he beheld the distinction among the three kinds of ideas that René Descartes set up. Now I am going to tell you the three kinds of ideas. First, the adventitious ideas. The adventitious ideas are acquainted with our senses' perception. It means that these ideas are explained by our perceptual or empirical experience in our world, in our reality. Moreover, these ideas have certain relationship with the external reality because they give rise to the empirical knowledge. The second are the factitious ideas. The factitious ideas are a result of imagination. These ideas arise when the mind has contact with other ideas, but these new ideas are subjective, unreal, and immaterial, similar to a siren. And finally, third, the innate ideas. The innate ideas dwell in our mind before having empirical or perceptual experiences, because the mind tends to produce these ideas and thoughts, and these ideas do not have relationship or stimulus with the environment in that we live. So I can say that these ideas are inherent to our mind. Well, according to John Locke's thought, the sensations and the reflection upon those sensations, or better, the mixture between both aspects, are ideas that have joined with a reality that exists in itself and for itself. Another parameter of this philosophical aspect, talking about John Locke, is the intuition. The own intuition of ourselves is the path that leads to us to the real substance. A substance that exists in itself and for itself. For that same reason, or that's why, John Locke said that we are this substance. Besides, John Locke decided to grapple with the issue of the three kind of ideas of René Descartes through psychology. Having understood the origin of these ideas as a psychological mechanism that makes our mind produce ideas, then John Locke elucidated through sources of ideas, the reflection and the sensation. The sensation is the slight change that is carried out in our mind when it is excited by our senses. For the same reason, this aspect of this theory has relationship with the external reality. The reflection is a perception of the soul during the process of our mind. For the same reason, this part of this theory has a relationship with the internal perspective, with the internal reality. And ultimately, John Locke propounded primary and secondary qualities of the substances. The primary substances, or the primary qualities, better, are made up of movement, shape, frame, aspect, and other similar. And for this reason, the secondary qualities have relationship with objective perspectives. On the other hand, the secondary qualities are made up of fragrance, taste, color, or temperature, for example. So the secondary qualities boil down to subjective perspectives. Now, I am going to elucidate you the most prominent aspects and ideas of George Berkeley. George Berkeley didn't feel acquainted with the three kind of ideas of René Descartes because Berkeley said that the three kind of ideas of René had the same perceptual experience. For the same reason, they couldn't show the individual's experience, the individual's innate experience. And these ideas, or better, none of these ideas could bring out the individual of itself. And for that reason, George Berkeley disagreed with this prospect. Berkeley said that there isn't any reality that we can't perceive. He said that the individual is an object that everybody can perceive. So the things being is the same perception that we have of the objects in our reality, in our world. But George Berkeley denied the material substance. On the other hand, he accepted the immaterial substance, and nowadays it has known as immaterialism. For last, I can tell you the ideas of David Hume. The David Hume's ideas have certain relationship with a forked path, because on the one hand, he said that the sensations, the perception of our sensations are called impressions. On the other hand, he said that the ideas arise of these impressions. So, if any idea did not have a straightforward perception carried out by our senses, wouldn't be a really real thing or really real idea. It would be a fictitious idea, a real idea, or subjective idea, like to the fictitious ideas of René Descartes. So thank you for all. It was the English empiricism. Thank you.